Well, hey there, this is Chad Weber from LeadRush, and welcome to the final mini training, or our fast action training as we like to call it. So this is video number 5 in the segment. And now what I want to talk to you about is what the heck do you do when you generate leads? Because I get a lot of questions about what should I do when somebody fills out one of these landing pages. How do I connect with them? How do I get them to take action and so forth? Not unlike a call capture lead from a couple of years ago. So we're going to talk about that in video number 5. So let's get started, guys. All right, I'm going to share with you just a couple of quick bullet points as far as what elements are needed in this type of a lead follow-up. When somebody fills out that form, what you have there is a very hot lead because they've given up information. They've raised their hand and said, yes, I'm looking to move. They've told you what time frame, and they told you if they're working with someone. So this person obviously has an impending event or an intention for an impending event, in this case to purchase a home. Otherwise they wouldn't have filled this out and they wouldn't have been out looking at homes, right? So you have a hot lead. So now we need to make sure that we treat it right. And one of the things that I like to do when I call these leads back, the first thing I want to do is remind them of the action that they took and why they took that action. If we call them up and just start sales pitching them, you're going to result in a very low conversion ratio. Guys, I have under my belt tens of thousands of follow-up calls to call capture leads, the very type of lead that most loan officers were deathly afraid of 5 to 10 years ago. Everybody wanted to use call capture, but so many people hated calling them back because they really didn't know what to say, because it's kind of awkward. These people weren't expecting a call back. Now these leads are more focused and more targeted, of course, than a call capture lead, and of course they have agreed to have a follow-up. So there is a certain expectation there. So you have a hotter lead here than you did call capture. If you're not prepared, then that's going to come across to the potential client, and things aren't going to go as well as they possibly could. So the first thing you want to do is remind them of who you are, what action they took, and why. That's very simple to do by stating that in reminding them of that event, of that landing page. Hey, this is Chad Weber calling. I'm the loan officer. I'm the preferred loan officer on the property at 7234 Cheshire Lane, where you looked at this property recently and you filled out a form and you also requested a coupon code, or you requested this or you requested that. You remind them of what they requested when they filled it out. Now you're doing that because your next question is to follow up on that. And since I am the individual that set up that particular arrangement with whoever that business was that provided the coupon, so let's say it's a moving company called ABC Moving. So I'm the loan officer that set up the arrangement with ABC Moving Company so that you get the 20% off. And I just wanted to make sure that they fulfilled their end of the bargain and sent you your discount code. Did you get that coupon? So see, what we're doing here is we're taking their attention away from viewing this as a sales call and viewing it more as a courtesy call. Because now instead of thinking, oh wow, is this person going to pitch me on doing a mortgage? Now they're thinking, well, did I get my coupon? And since people like saving money, it puts them in a positive frame of mind, and they feel a little indebted to you. It's a law of reciprocity here. They feel a little indebted to, oh, you're the guy that made this possible, getting that 20% off. So it's either going to be a yes or a no, or, well, you know what, I thought I did, but I don't know where, I didn't save it, or whatever. Whatever their, comment is, it's setting you up for the very next stage of the phone call. So you want to make sure that you get all of that taken care of. If they did not get their coupon code, collect their email address and say, I'm going to send it to you manually. I'm going to make sure ABC Moving gets that over to you right away. If they did get it, then excellent. Let me tell you something else about why I'm calling. So what we've accomplished here in the first 20-30 seconds of the phone call is we've reminded them of the action that they took. We've removed concern of this just being a, hey, we're going to shove the sales pitch down your throat sort of phone call. And then finally, number 3 is I want to have a call to action and collect permission to continue marketing to them. So my call to action is, oh, by the way, when you filled out that landing page, when you filled out the page at the open house, one of the things that you said is that you're not working with a loan officer yet. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because did you know that more than 50%, close to 60%, in fact, of all credit reports in the United States contain major errors. Now, these aren't just errors. These are errors that are negatively impacting your score, almost 60%. So the odds are against you that this isn't happening to you. The reason I bring this up, Mr. Potential Homeowner or Mrs. Potential Homeowner, is because many home buyers wait till the last minute to contact a loan officer and get their credit analyzed. And what that means is, after you find that perfect home, if your credit's being negatively impacted and you're getting a higher rate as a result and you're getting a worse loan than you actually qualify for because of that, it's too late, because removing these errors can take 90 to 120 days. That's 3 to 4 months for them to even be removed and show on your credit in many cases. So bring that up to them and make the offer to take care of this right now. It's not going to cost them anything. It doesn't obligate them to anything. It's either a yes or a no. That was my call to action that worked extremely well. If they're not game for that just yet, or even if they are, I want to collect permission and say, oh, by the way, I have your email address down as this. Is it okay if I send you some newsletters and some information, since you're not moving for another 60 to 90 days, that in the meantime I send you some great information that will be helpful and beneficial to you when you're shopping for a home, picking out a realtor, and also shopping for the proper mortgage? Is it okay if I send that over to whatever their email address is .com? Okay? Very simple follow-up, guys. Very, very simple follow-up. So I hope you were taking notes. If not, you can go back and watch this again. You could go back and watch this again. It's a very simple process. It doesn't have to be difficult. And using this approach where you remind, remove concern, and have a built-in call to action, and then if that call to action fails, at least have a secondary objective to collect permission to continue marketing to them. So either you're going to get a lead here, or if you don't, you're going to try for permission to have a second, third, and fourth chance at getting a lead by continuing to market to them via email. So those emails, you're going to drip follow up on them on an ongoing basis, so you build your database of red hot leads for individuals that when they are ready, that you're going to be top of mind because you continued sending them those follow-up messages. See how simple this is, guys? You do not need to overthink this. You do not need to overcomplicate it. Keep it simple, and you'll continue to implement, and you'll find yourself closing more loans very quickly. I hope you've enjoyed this 5-video segment. I hope that we've answered many of your questions. This was not meant to be an overly in-depth session, guys. We want to keep it simple. However, on an ongoing basis, we here at LeadRush conduct ongoing training. So as we add new features and new functionalities and new marketing tools, keep your eyes open and join us for future trainings. I look forward to seeing you on those trainings. We'll chat with you soon.